So, it's been 5 years since I started making episodes of Robot Arena 2. 5 years! Oh my god, that's a bit crazy, to be honest. Now, I am been preparing a bunch of different content, so I've not been uploading. I'm trying to stock up so that I can do some consistent uploading of not just Robot Arena 2, but different games. But I didn't want to leave this moment, this big moment, like, without anything. So we're going to be going through some of the different robot games for the next few days. And yeah, let's just get into Robot Arena 2. So I want to show some of the robot soft that I've been making for the next season of Rebottle Wars. You know, I've been hard at work with that. Oh, it's all the little Rebottle Wars robots. Ah, how convenient. Let's just pick a robot to put in. So, I've got a cluster bot, which I won't be able to show. I'll show some footage of them in the test arena. I'm not going to try and control 2 bots at once. The idea was, I saw Rhino from the first season. I really liked it. I asked Jim Dramatic if I could try and make something with it. He said, yeah, and so I made a cluster bot. And honestly, while I don't think they're going to be very effective, I don't make spinners too often. And mainly because I like to try and do different designs. I think it's still going to be quite interesting to see. More the tombstone looking one rather than the Deep Six looking one. Let's start off with Over the Rainbow. Now, Over the Rainbow is a rear hinge flipper. It's mainly just a thing of, I thought about the aesthetic and thought, oh, that could look really cool. Why don't I make a robot with that kind of aesthetic? And yeah, I made this sleek, quite fairly powerful flipper. Its main problem is that it chucks robots behind it, and I don't really know how I could change that really. But, aesthetically, I'm quite happy with it. And as you can see, it can take its beatings quite nicely from something like Bloodshot without too much of an issue. In fact, you know what? Yeah, come on, shows what Over the Rainbow can take. Okay, this might be a problem, actually. Oh, God. Okay, let's get back into this. Yeah, it's just a nice, sleek robot. 4-wheel drive, fairly powerful, pretty powerful flippers. There we go. I don't know if this will do very well when in Rebottle Wars. I don't think any of these are going to do very well in Rebottle Wars, but, I think the thing for me is it's always just been, make a variety of designs and do as well as I possibly can with them. Because you never get, if you just go into tournaments thinking about winning, that is that will be the most miserable existence you'll ever have. Yeah, that is a nice bonus, but go in with the thought of being creative more than anything else. Make what you want to see. This is Brimstone, by the way. You'll have seen him actually in the final episode of Rebottle Wars, with the whiteboard fights, as he was a reserve originally. Well, he's back, as you can see. Oh my god! He's got prongs at the front now to try and assist in being low while still having that overkill wedge to try and endure damage. He's got extra wheel guards as well because robots like Summit are nightmarish. The hammer is actually on a much more powerful motor now, so it actually will do hopefully a little bit more damage, as, well, evidenced by what we've done to Bloodshot's weapon. It's got a flamethrower variant, which is just more flame. I don't know if I'll use that personally, but because, I like watching Brimstone smack opponents about, to be honest. But yeah, this works quite well. Oh god, Havoc's not working too well though. Oh, by the way, I've heard that people are working on a crash fix for Robot Arena 2, which honestly, it's about time. I'm glad that, over like 15 years, and 5 of which I've been making videos of the game, it's nice to see this game still has a nice active community to it. There may be the problems sometimes, but that's the case with a lot of communities, and I'm just glad that at the end of the day we've managed to come so far. You know, I remember the early days with fuck it, with where it was like, oh yeah, parsec, you know, that works quite well with robot stuff. And then, you know, not long after, we started seeing more, you know, tournaments taking advantage of that. Not saying I'm the one who bloody came up with it, I'm just saying, like, you know, those were the early days when we were realising parsec worked really well for multiplayer in Robot Arena 2. By the way, I am going to make a Lord Scarecrow for Rebuttal Wars. I just have like a million ideas on what I could do there, and I haven't decided. But on my joke robots, we have the Keeper. He doesn't have his paint job yet. In fact, a few of the robots don't have their paint jobs yet. But I've made Keeper, like, as a super heavyweight, as compact as I could possibly make him while still making him reasonably powerful. Like, you can see he gets a nice little flip in. Nothing extraordinary, sure, but it works. I could probably make it a little... I probably should make it a bit more powerful, to be honest. I expected a little more of a kick, to be honest. But hey, I mean, it works. And we've also, as you can see, we've got the E-Watt style axe, you know, because I wanted to try and make it so the Keeper could do as much as possible, given what he's up against, essentially. You know, because Keeper's never going to win anything, but that doesn't mean I can't try to make it so that the Keeper has a fighting chance. Yeah, though, these flippers are really not cutting it. I was expecting way more kick out of them. Also, you know, E-Tech track drive. These are actually controlled by pistons because I was just trying to get as much oomph as I could into a compact little robot. Oh god, I think I should just accept Keeper's always going to be a bit of a long boy. Oh dear. Now let's get into Blunt Force Trauma Omega. 4 E-Tech drive as usual. I tried to do 6 E-Tech drive, but but unless I went like the Mammoth route, I don't think I would have been able to achieve that. It's got a better wedge, you know, it's got a nice wedge, it's got wedgelets at the front to make it lower, you know, it's got teeth at the top to make some offensive properties. Because the wedge kind of caused traction issues, the wheels at the front are a little bigger, which means it's not quite as low as I'd like, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot better than the first one. My god, look at this speedy boy. Oh yeah, here's one that I made purely experimentally, and partially for the laugh, because most of my robots just seem to be for laughs sometimes. And this is Attack from Above, where this is the entire point, is just to get over the opponents and fucking just ram the hammer into them. Thing is, I think I actually need to make it taller, which is the most bizarre thing. I think I need to go full Mammoth style build to make this work, in the biggest quotations of all time. Oh god. Can I get out of this? Come on. No, I'm not getting out of this one. Yeah, it's clearly just meant to be partially a joke, because I could just have a wedge that feeds into the pistoning hammer, but I just like the idea of something that's so tall and wide, it just stands over the opponents and drops the hammer down. Alright, let's see. Death Valley 2. Now, you might have seen Death Valley heavyweight version on OW, where so far it's qualified and it's doing very well for itself. Well, you know, it used to be a K9 two-blade robot, and then I tried to make it a saw blade style robot. Neither of those really worked. Then I made a grabber and lifter style, and it works so much better, it's not even funny. Like, you can see here, that that's working, and in OW, I'm quite confident with how it's going so far. It's not actually had any mainline competition fights at the time of recording, but if it goes anything like its, its qualifier matches, then I'm quite, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. As you can see, nice grabber and lifter. It's not quite suplexing like the OW version. That is something I'm trying to sort out, because I want it to properly suplex them, and I'm trying to figure out what I've not done right. It's probably just something like the arms need to be a little bigger or something. I'm not sure though. Oh god. This is one problem, admittedly, is that obviously, because extenders, they're not exactly the most durable thing, so for super heavyweight spinners, it's probably going to eat a bit of shit. Okay, gotta figure out how to set up right. Oh god, Jesus. Get away, get away, get away. Also, as you can see, we got flamethrowers, which, is to add a little bit of damage. The idea was, when motors start smoking, they're nowhere near as effective. So the AI can just flame the opponent a bunch, and hopefully the opponent will lose control of their drive somewhat, and, Death Valley can take advantage. Kind of like that. They'll swerve about trying to regain control, and Death Valley can just swoop in for the kill. Whether or not that'll actually work is a different thing entirely. Like I said, if I was so worried about winning all the time, if that was the main crux of my enjoyment, I think I would have probably quit long ago. But, this doesn't mean I can't hope for a little, for it to do fairly well. Oh god, I'm getting murdered. No, I'm enduring this quite well, to be honest. I look like a damn mess, but yeah, no, this is actually enduring quite nicely. Oh my god, I'm surprised the game hasn't crashed. I've jinxed it, haven't I? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, thank god the fight ended. I don't think I could have took much more of that. Can we get out? Yes, we can. Look at that. Still going. Flamethrowers are still buzzing. It's really smoking up the joint, but it still works. We got 3 different controls, by the way. There's grab and lift, lift and grab. And that's all I've got so far in terms of building. I've yet to finish the Hell's Angel build, which the super heavyweight one's going to be called Hellspawn. And I've got to rework Wipeout 2 because I wasn't happy with it. I want to make it more in line with how the OW one is, because I kind of managed to figure out how to make a front hinge flipper work. Well, I guess while we're here, let's just take a look at Hellspawn. Let's see if we can get this underway. As you can see, Hellspawn, it's got a pretty big self-writer. I probably could just lower that slightly, but, 6 NPC drive. I've got to make the face still. I think that's one of the main things, and I think I've got to lift these wheels up slightly, because if I remember correctly, yeah, it's currently a little too... there needs to be a bit more concentrated. Alright, let's go fix that real quick and see if we can get Hellspawn ready. There we go. Alright, let's just sort out that chassis real quick. You know, we can make a more defined paint job later. Boom. Hey, look at that. We got L-Spawn. Oh, here's the thing that I want to show real quick. So, I have been trying to experiment more with extender bots. You got this little tiny boy here who I completely gave up on. But we have this, which by extender bots is incredibly janky. It's overweight. It's got all of these gaps here that you can see. Like, it's not a great robot, all things considered, but outside of a Lord Scarecrow one, which I literally just made out of extenders and really I shouldn't have, this is the first like panel and extender bot I think I've ever made. And all things considered, you know, I like it. I can definitely improve it, but, you know, the fact that I even did it was an achievement for me in of itself. Yeah, I know, 5 bloody years and extender bots are still untouched territory to me. Yeah, the whole thing is, you know, it's a little flower. I just thought it'd be kind of a nice little bit of theming to the robot. And that's all I've done so far in DSL. I've still got to make Wipeout 2. I definitely need to do some touching up to Hellspawn. Actually, you know what? Alright, before we finish things off, I guess we'll find out how Hellspawn does before we decide if we want to completely start it over. Oh god, that is a very bad start. This is a fucking terrible start. Oh my god, I'm being eaten. Get out fucking way. No, for God's sake. Run, for the love of God. Oh, Jesus, this went terribly. This really does not work. I think I'm just going to have to do 4 fast NPC drive like my original idea. Because this is a bit of a disaster, to be quite honest with you. At least the hammer's strong. But the hammer's also strong on brimstone, so that's not really much of a consolation. Well, I think we've got our answers there. Hellspawn's gonna have to be rebuilt. Oh dear. Well, you know, that was Robot Arena 2 DSL for today. That's all I've done currently at the moment. Well, I've done some other stuff, but that's all of really any note at the moment. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to thank you all for watching for 5 blooming years. That I'm genuinely serious. That is actually insane that people have been sticking around for that. You know, for these videos for this long. I hope to continue to come up with, you know, with interesting stuff in Robot Arena 2 for you to enjoy, because, you know, I'm still enjoying the game, and hopefully, you know, that still comes across when I do these videos. Anyway, I'm TheDominusIgnis. Bye, guys!